What's up, y'all? Back at it one more time with a sit down with Mark. This time I got a chance to sit down with the host of the B.E.T show, the number one show on B.E.T Digital. It is on B.E.T Plus. Brian Mcintosh, man, good guy. Went to school with him back in Central days, man. He graduated doing big things out there in the industry. Started at ESPN. He's now at B.E.T. Got a chance to lock in with him. I learned a lot. Ask y'all to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think, man. Check this out. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate you showing up to sit down with Mark, man. It's just a connection. This show is free space, man. Just spot to connect with people, man. Network and build long-lasting relationships. So without further ado, man, we're gonna jump right into this thing. For myself, I know who you are, man. But for people that have never met you, man, just talk a little about yourself and what you got going on.
Nah, for sure. My name is Brian Mcintosh, man. I'm the creator and host of For the Fellas on B.E.T, man, the number one digital show on the network. Actually got my start in the industry, major in television broadcasting at North Carolina Central University. Shout out to the Eagles. In May 2015, got my first job out of college at ESPN, working as a PA. And then just worked my way up, man. On First Take, while I was working on First Take with Stephen A. Smith, that's where I got noticed and got to spread my wings creatively, and got to get a job full-time, transitioning from television to social and digital at B.E.T, man. And the rest is history, man. I'm coming up on 9 years at the network, man. It's been a journey. It's been a ride. I joke sometimes, it's like that toxic relationship you having, where it's like, sometimes this ain't, we ain't doing what we need to be doing, but we having a good time. You know what I mean? It's been good, man. It's been a ride, man. I'm thankful.
Man, talk about that ESPN experience and how that propelled you to where you are today at B.E.T.
For sure, man. You said how my time at ESPN propelled me to B.E.T. Man, I think with ESPN, man, you got to realize I was working in live television. So it's like, the attention to detail, dealing with diversity in real time, being able to react and get things done in a fast and timely manner, under high pressure. That control room and television room, man, is one of the most high pressure environments you could be in. You know what I'm saying? So from leaving television to where it's like, everything is being micro looked at under a microscope. When I'm coming to social and digital, where it's a little bit more chill, it's a little more laissez-faire in the environment, right? We're not under a heavy microscope, and we're also not pressed that things got to get done right now, right? So we have more time to kind of like get our ideas out and plan. So it's a little bit easier. Also, things are not in social media. If the post ain't right, you can just delete it. Or you could just edit the caption versus if something goes live on live television and it's wrong, that's a big deal. Like that ain't just some quick fix. Like that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So man, I think it's kind of coming into social media where it was more chill, more relaxed. I'm coming from an environment where I was like constant on the go. You know what I'm saying? It was easy for me to transition because I felt like honestly I had already been through the wire. You know what I mean? Before I came over to social.
Right. Man, for us younger moguls, and I say us, and I always include myself in it too, because I'm still waiting on that one opportunity. What advice can you share, man, for us that's trying to get our toe in the door?
Advice I would give to a young mogul right now, man, would just be a few things. First thing is everything always happens the way it's supposed to. I'm a real believer in that. It's been times where I thought I should get my shot sooner, or I thought I was gonna get my shot and I didn't, and I thought maybe I missed out on what I was supposed to do with my purpose. And now sitting where I am now with my show For the Fellas is like, all right, well, that opportunity 4 years ago that I missed out on that I thought was mine that I was supposed to get, I had far surpassed whatever I thought that opportunity was going to be. So it was a reason I didn't get that opportunity, right? It's always a reason, and the reason things happen. Like sometimes it's a bigger thing for you. Sometimes it's something better suited for you, right? And you're not going to understand it in real time. You're not going to understand why, because we live in a society where we want monetary gain instantly, right? But it always ends up working out the way it's supposed to. I truly do believe that. So that's number one. Cause I think the younger me always wanted everything right now. And it don't like that. I sit here. I graduated May 2015, bro. I'm 10 years in the industry. I'm just now scratching the surface on like what I truly wanted to do within these past 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? And been in the industry, bro, a decade. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of scratching the surface. So it takes time. It takes time for something you're gonna do overnight. And realize even the people that you do see that get it instantly, maybe they fizzle out and you don't see them after a while. Or maybe they're just an anomaly, right? It's like hitting the lotto, man. Sometimes one person gonna get through a little faster, but this game we do is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You could do media till you 80 years old. It's not a physical job. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a marathon, man. It's not a sprint, but sometimes other people are gonna be a little bit ahead of you along these journeys. Sometimes you catch up. Sometimes you run laps around, right? It's all about staying your race and staying the course and staying true to that. Because if you don't, you could lose your way and get in other people's lanes. You know. So that would be the two biggest things. My last thing would be to pay attention to the landscape and what's going on in the industry. I truly believe I've been able to survive and still excel and grow in this industry because I'm always paying attention to what consumers are doing, what trends are popping off, what people are watching, what things people are buying, because that's how you know where to kind of take your next chapter of your life when it comes to like what jobs you're applying for or what you want to tell your creativity, right? Like right now I came from a time where social media was once looked at as like just some silly intern job, and now it's the number one form for these big brands.
Yeah.
Now we're in a space now where not only is social media big, but now you have individuals now that have surpassed brands. Kashana as an individual is bigger than B.E.T. or Essence as a network. Like that is actually crazy. You know what I'm saying? An individual right now, one person is getting better ratings on a live stream than a major network is getting when they're premiering their number one television show. It's unprecedented territory we're in right now. So I think for me, it's like same way I did when I was working in television and I was looking at the social media landscape like, all right, I need to make a shift. Now, being somebody that has a show on the network and I'm seeing kids that got 300,000 people watching them in the basement right now. Okay, for me, I need to figure out what is my shift. How can I continue to evolve in what I'm doing as a content creator to keep growing in this industry? Because there'll be a world one day where people not gonna need an ESPN to watch a highlight. They'd rather go watch somebody do a live stream about it. You know? And so it's like how paying attention to the trends and where things are going. That's the way you continue to keep a job in this industry. Otherwise, you're gonna become a dinosaur.
Yeah, man. You talked about the show for the fellas. And I saw the clip of your kid, man. It was funny. It had me laugh for a little bit. But talk about that, man. It's for us, and just talk about the concept behind it, man. And what brought that on?
For sure, man. 1 second, I'm gonna plug my charger in. Yeah, man. Hold on 1 second. Plug this charger. Here we go. Boom. Yeah, man. No, for the fellas, man, that's my baby, man. I was on the creator, host, and EP of the show, along with my co-EP, Brittany Taylor. I started that show. Our first episode was in 2023. Now we're in season 2. It's now 2025. We're in the knee deeps of season 2. and working on season 3 for next year. And we're also on B.E.T Plus now as well, man. So the journey with For the Fellas, man, has been crazy. You know, it's even though we've been around since 2023, we've actually only done 8 episodes. And, you know, to have only done 8 episodes, for people to recognize this show so much from the public in only 8 episodes, I think it just shows how intentional we are, and how the content just is received well from the public, right? Like, to only do something 8 times and to be the #1 show on the network, to get, you know, to be a Webby nominee twice years back to back, to get all this recognition from celebrities and just fans, I think it just shows, like, you know, how special this show is. You know, we're here to bring black men together and talk about positivity in an entertaining way. In a world where everybody's looking for clickbait, in a world where everybody's looking to hear somebody say something outlandish, in a world where black men have kind of like become the villain sometimes because we're just getting on these podcasts and we're just saying whatever wild shit we want to say out our mouth to go viral, right? Here are black men that's coming together and having a conversation with the intention to educate each other and to enlighten, but also to educate. I think that's rare that you see something like that. It hasn't really been done before, and I don't. Not only do I think it's the way we present it, but I think it's the way that we're executing it. We're very intentional about who we have on the show. We're very intentional about what we talk about. Every detail is thought about, and you don't see that a lot right now with podcasts. When it comes to the attention to detail, you know what I'm saying. So for us, we've taken a podcast atmosphere but applied television insight and execution to it. So you see the visual details and how we are intentional with our B-roll and how we're shooting our camera shots. Every aspect of this show is intentional, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's a credit to our team at B.E.T and for the fellas, man. So it's been a special journey, man. But you know, again, you know, it's only our 8th episode. It was never supposed to get this far. B.E.T for the fellas was a pilot episode. The first episode was only supposed to be a pilot. I've been pitching the idea since 2018. I didn't get a green lit until 2023. So this is to anybody that's, you know, that has ideas that wants to do a show. It ain't always gonna happen when you want it. Again, it always happens when it's supposed to. I pitched the show for almost 5 years before I got a green lit. Finally got a green lit in 2023, and it was only supposed to be a pilot episode, just a one-off. They had some extra money in the budget and said, okay, Brian, go ahead and see what you can do for $35,000. Put this show together. I put this show together where I hosted it. I had Iman Shumpert, Bow Wow, Trinity Whiteside on the show, and the rest is history. That one episode went viral, and we've been rolling ever since. And ever since that first one went on, BET's like, okay, we clearly got something. Let's do this again, man. So big shout out to Ashley Grayson, who was my vice president at the time, and Brittany Taylor, who really supported me in that vision, man. But yeah, we've been going strong, man. And you know, now we're in season 2. We got 3 more episodes left of season 2. I'm very excited about these next 3 episodes. I think we got some big surprises that people are gonna like. That people are really gonna like. Actually, I'm really excited to get these episodes out into the world. Yeah. And then locked in, trying to lock in and work on season 3, man.
That's what's up. Mac, this is the last question, man. And for me, man, this is just listening to people's journeys, man. But here's my thing. What impact, when it's all said and done, man, what impact does Brian Mcintosh want to leave on the world when he's done?
What impact do I want to leave, man? That's a great question, man. I think back, before I answer that, I want to give Brett Chambers a shout out because for anybody that's a television broadcast major, mass content, Brett Chambers, man, he's a legend over there, man.
I got my first gig because of him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, him and Dr. Mac need a statue in front of that building.
Yeah, that's a fact, and that's a fact, man. He gave me an assignment to do my obituary. And I remember I was like, well, what? You know what I'm saying? And I remember I tried to like write down like what my legacy would be. And man, I didn't have nothing to write, man. I went to a bunch of parties, went on a lot of dates. I had a lot of good times with my friends. Yeah. But none of that I would want in my obituary for like my family and friends to see, right? And I was like, wait a minute, man. I don't know if I've done anything meaningful with my life. You know what I'm saying? And that assignment like changed my life, man, and it made me want to take life more serious. And so he said, okay, so make up, you know, what you want your parents to do. So I was like, all right, well, I want an Emmy, and I want this award, and I had this television show. And it's funny now to look back because, you know, now that I'm working in television, I'm back-to-back Emmy, Webby nominees. So like I manifested a lot of things I put in that obituary I've done in real life, man. So I would say for my legacy, man, outside of just awards and things like that, man, I think I want to leave an impact of somebody that worked hard, but somebody that was a renaissance man when it came to applying what he wanted to do in life and career. For me, I've always been big on working smart and not working hard. And I think it shows in what I've been able to accomplish so far. And, you know, being able to like manage through these things. So I think, man, really just somebody that was, you know, work smart and not hard. Somebody who treated everybody well. I think a lot of times people got a lot of awards, but people kind of hate them. You know what I mean? Like, and look, man, you can have a lot of money, a lot of awards, man. If you an asshole, it don't really matter, man. So I've always wanted to kind of be that impact, man. When my dad passed away, he had a quote in his obituary said that we are judged not by the years that we live, by the deeds not by the years that we live, but by the deeds we do and the treasure. You know what I'm saying? And I think for me, man, if if I can be remembered, if I can be remembered by somebody who everybody, everybody, everybody got something from, everybody learned something from. You gained, love it, hate it, like it, whatever. When you around me, so anybody that's come around me can say they gained something from me. I think that's what I think that creates legacy and immortality in a sense. Like my dad's been going now 11 years, and people still talk about him to this day where he's from. That's legacy, that's impact. You know what I'm saying? You can't put a price tag on that or an award on that. That's immortality, man. He's been gone over a decade, and people still remember and talk about him. So, man, the way you treat people and the way you show up for people, that's more so what I want to be remembered for than just like awards.
D, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate the time, man. We're gonna stay locked in.
Nah. We definitely gonna stay locked in, man. Like, this is a pleasure to be here, man. I'm glad to be a part of this, man. I've been rocking with you since Central, man. So
yeah,
always dope to see.
Always love.
Just out here thriving, doing their thing, man. Cause this shit could be a grind, bro. To see what you're doing and to see how you keep prevailing and keep showing up, man. It's a pleasure to see, man. Every time I see you, man, it's a pleasure to see, man. As a fellow Eagle, I mean that, man. You're doing a great job, man. It was an honor and pleasure for me to be part of this, man. Like,
thank you. I thank you, knowing your schedule and knowing what you got going on. I appreciate it, man.